Allah Ta'ala. Okay, so we proceed. Okay, welcome to the short briefing regarding the Jkeupm, which is the Ethics Committee for Research Involving Human Subject briefing. So if you have any question during my presentation, you may ask your question directly. Okay. Okay, so this is the general purpose of Jkeupm. So it has been established under the authority of the Senate of UPM. Okay, on 8 September 2011. But actually for master by coursework, the faculty start to make it compulsory or highly recommended starting from last 2 semesters. Okay, so the main purpose is to protect research participants and to make researchers be responsible in ensuring that the basic principle regarding the use of human subject are observed in their research. So meaning that this committee try to safeguard or try to protect each respondent involved in your study. Okay, so for social science fields, we want to highlight on a set of guidelines. Particularly, hold on, okay, particularly the emphasis on protecting subject privacy. Okay, this is one of the purpose. We want to protect the respondents' privacy, either when you conduct the quantitative or qualitative research, accurately representing the aims of a particular study. So meaning that they want to check the objective of your study. Okay, and then necessity of safeguarding a subject's well-being by not deliberately placing him or her in situation that can be deemed compromising. So ini yang kita betul-betul nak tengok lah dalam Jkeupm ni. Okay. Okay, so the committee ni responsible, the authority or responsibility of Jkeupm to approve or disapprove or modify studies based upon consideration of aspects related to human subject, human protection. So they may check the accuracy or any necessity or any condition that fulfill the criteria set by the committee lah. Okay, and then request progress reports from investigators and oversee the conduct of the study if necessary. Tak semua, tapi they may request. Okay, and then suspend or terminate the approval of a study if they think the study will harm the respondent and place restriction on a study if necessary. Okay, so these are the authority of the Jkeupm committee. Okay. Okay, so for the list of document that you need to submit, okay, you can kindly visit the TNCP-IUPM website. So you may click to the link, or you can directly go to the website to upload the document, the necessary document. Okay, so this the link provided in my slide. Okay, but you can search pun. You can search the Jkeupm. Okay, and then even the link also provided at the faculty level, and you may visit the faculty website. Okay, the link also provided there. Okay, the link to will direct you to the NCPI website. Okay. Okay, so these are the form that might be related to most of us at the faculty of Department of Professional Development and Continuing Education. So most of the time, so these are the possible document that you might want to refer to. Okay, so saya merujuk kepada pelajar daripada MPSM lah, because I assume that most of us are from our department, from MHRD program. So ini yang biasanya, sebab depending on the program, the form that you need to complete or submit might be different. So the first one probably the takwim mesyuarat Jkeupm. Okay, the tentative meeting. Okay, for the Jkeupm. Okay, form 2.1, the applicant checklist. Okay, make sure you download. Okay, the latest version. Okay, the latest version up to available on the website. Okay, borang 2.3, form 2.3, JKE application form. Okay, updated on 1st April 2018. Borang form 2.4, English version, respondents information sheet and informed consent. There are 2 versions, but make sure you pick the one that is applicable to your study. If you use, if let's say your study in your report you use Malay language, then make sure then you use the Malay version. Okay, form in Malay version. If your study is in English, then you use the form 2.4 English version. Okay. Okay, borang form 2.5 and borang form 2.5 ni only applicable if your study involve a marginalized group, for example, students. Okay, students or anybody that requires the parent consent. So then you need to fill in this form. Okay, but saya rasa, in my opinion, most of us at our department, we do not need this one. Okay, but depend on your study, but make sure, and then make sure you consult your supervisor. Okay. Next one, form 2.7. I don't think it is applicable to us. Okay. And then next one, senarai pembetulan, correction list. Okay, this one, this form ni, you need to use this form after you receive the first comment from the reviewer. Basically, you will use the form 52 ni. Okay, and then to prepare your proposal to be submitted to Jkeupm, you need to use or refer to the template given. Okay, the template, proposal template. Okay, and then lastly, the form for fees. Okay, for fees, that in which for master by coursework or master student, you need to pay 50 ringgit. Okay, 50 ringgit fees for the form reviewer. Okay, this one tak ada apa. Okay, this is the general flow chart. You can refer to this flow chart regarding the process of reviewing your application. Okay, ini dia punya proses. Okay, so the first form 2.1, checklist for applicant. So this is the first compulsory document. Okay, so make sure you read the instruction accordingly. Okay. Okay, but basically nowadays the application is also available through online. So you may submit last time through hard copy, but now you can also submit the soft copy to this email address. Okay, to jkeupm@upm.edu.my. Okay, and then what else? Okay, so make sure you tick the column accordingly. Okay, so these are the general requirement for MHRD students. First, form 2.3, the form 1 tu, the number 1 form. Okay, form 2.2, number 1 form 2.2. This is for clinical trial checklist for those who do the science stream. So then it is applicable to them lah. But for us, most of us not. This form is not applicable to us. So we proceed to number 2, form 2.3. Which is Jkeupm application form. Okay, next one, the proposal. Okay, proposal, make sure you follow the given template. Okay, and then item number 5.1, so questionnaire or interview protocol. Okay, so you please compile together. If your study is based on quantitative research, it's strongly recommended to attach your questionnaire. If you do the qualitative research, then please compile together your interview protocol. Okay, so then pick accordingly either Malay version or English version. Next one, form 2.4, respondents information sheet and consent. Okay, next one, supporting document or research approval letter. Okay, for MSKK student, for master by coursework or MHRD student, you may request the letter from TDPSA office. Okay, from the deputy dean, postgraduate and international office. Okay, or you can request the approval letter from your supervisor. The format you can request from the TDPSA office, but the signature later on must be signed by your supervisor. Okay, but if the organization in which where you want to conduct your study request another approval letter, then you may get the letter from them as well. Okay, and then attach in your application form. Okay, next one, the CV. Okay, you need to provide the CV for both your supervisor and you yourself as the investigator, as the researcher. Okay, and then proof of fees payment. Okay, nanti combine together form tadi dengan bukti pembayaran. Okay, ini yang kita perlukan ya. So lastly, in the form 2.1 ni, make sure you locate your signature. Jangan lupa signature, your signature, and then your inilah masukkan you all punya nama dan date kena masukkan. This is the first page ni untuk you all. Okay. Okay, form 2.3 Jkeupm application form. Okay, so this is the example of the form. Okay, on the first page you tick, okay, student. Make sure you tick student. Okay, master. This is for master lah. Saya rasa ada ke undergraduate student? I didn't invite, but some of the lecturers said that they want to invite their UG student to the briefing as well. Okay, make sure you tick accordingly. And then for principal investigator, so you locate the name of your supervisor. The name of your supervisor under the principal investigator. Okay, and then co-investigator student, only then you locate your name. Okay, and your details. Okay. Okay, next one. So please read the instruction accordingly. Baca betul-betul. So for human subject involvement, tick appropriate. First tick the questionnaires and interview. Then make sure you compile this document. Okay. So information should be provided by applicant. 3-part checklist indicate the information is mentioned or not. If not, please state the reason. If necessary, kalau tak ada, not applicable. If in the remark section, you have the option to briefly describe or refer to where the information can be found in the document enclosed with your application. For example, if the particular itemized information can be found in the proposal, state, please refer to proposal, method section, page, blah, blah, blah. Okay, make sure you locate the specific location of the information. Okay, so this is the first part, part A, scientific design. So this one, these are the necessary elements to be included in your proposal. Okay, full research proposal, purpose, objective, purpose or objective, or research question for qualitative researcher. Okay, background and rationale. Okay, hypothesis. Okay, and then literature review. For method, you need to indicate your research design, sampling design, sample size, statistical analysis plan, duration, and then for procedures involved invasion of the bodies, etc. If not applicable, then just mention, not mention, but locate your remarks. Okay, locate lah apa-apa kat sini, remarks dia. Okay, and then description of all procedures to be conducted in a sequential order in which research subject will be involved. Example, paper and pencil task, interview, survey, and so on. Make sure you indicate this one lah. For those who do the quantitative, just tick. Okay, a copy of questionnaire. Make sure you attach. Okay, or a copy of interview protocol pun attach juga. A copy of permission or approval letter to carry out the research. Make sure you attach. Okay, and then in terms of study population, describe how the subject are recruited into study, which is you should indicate the selection criteria in your proposal, number of subject, number of respondent, okay, and then gender. For qualitative researcher, this one you just locate the estimated number because we know that for qualitative researcher they might not yet determine the sample size, right? But just locate the estimated number, and then gender, age range, any special characteristic, inclusion criteria or exclusion criteria if necessary. Okay, relationship between investigator and subject, emulsion of or composition for participation for subject, and then competency of investigator, CV, make sure you attach the CV. And then investigators have experience conducting similar research if you have any previously. Then investigator are members of Jkeupm. Kalau tak ada, just tick no lah. Okay. And then respondent information sheet and informed consent. So ni pun kena ada juga. Okay, make sure in your document you include the statement that the study involve research, in the introduction. For quantitative researcher, you may indicate this information in the cover page of your questionnaire. Okay, the statement can be included in the first page or in your cover page of the questionnaire. Okay, statement describing the purpose of the study, study-related treatment, and probability for random assignment. Okay, and then study procedures including all invasive procedures if applicable, responsibilities of the participant. Basically, this one applicable for qualitative lah, qualitative researcher. Expected duration of participation in the study. For example, 15 minutes to complete the questionnaire or 40 minutes to complete the interview, for example. Okay, approximate number of participants in the study, and then study aspects that are experimental if applicable. Okay, and then foreseeable risk to participant. Okay, kalau ada risk from allowable use of placebo, not applicable lah. Mostly ni item number 10 to 18, mostly for science stream lah, for lab research. Okay, and then 19 statement that participant is voluntary and that participant may withdraw anytime without penalty or loss of benefit to which the participant is entitled. So this is basically applicable lah to us. And then statement that the study monitor or auditor tak applicable. Okay, number 21, statement that the records identifying the participant will be kept confidential. Ini very important. This is very important and will not be made publicly available to the extent permitted by law. Okay, where applicable basically for both quali and quanti, we mention this statement in our consent form. Okay. Ini lagi, the rest ni mostly not applicable, so saya tak go through lah. Okay, so this one study site. Okay, okay, and then in the page, in the form 2.3, at the end of the form, okay, please get the signature of your supervisor. Okay, tadi yang 2.1 tadi your signature. Untuk form 2.3 ni dekat last page, dia adalah signature you all punya supervisor. Okay. Ini the first, for example, the comment lah, the comment from panel. Ni contoh. Okay, yang you all akan receive kalau ada nanti. Okay, any question so far? Soalan? Senang je kan? Okay, next one, proposal. Okay, to prepare your proposal, even though you already proceed writing your proposal with your supervisor by following the format indicated by the faculty or by the university, but for the purpose of JKE UPM, please follow their format. Okay, so you can download the format from the website. Ada nombor 50 berapa saya terlupa, but the format is there. Okay, please follow the given format. Okay, and then this is the example of instrument, research instrument, quantitative for quantitative research. Okay, so all the information you can prepare in your first page, the cover page for quantitative research. Okay, then this is the content lah. Then this is the example consent form for qualitative, for example. But please consult your supervisor. Ini for qualitative lah. Okay, dia ada sikit apa yang you all nak include kan. Okay, ini contoh. Okay, this is the example of approval letter. You can get the template from the Deputy Dean Office, Deputy Dean Postgraduate and International Office, and get the signature from your supervisor. Okay, format tu dapatkan daripada Office TDPSA. Okay, and then seek the CV supervisor, CV of your supervisor. Okay, CV your CV. Okay, contoh. Okay, the format. Sorry, ini salah ni, saya tak delete ni. Format, you can follow any format, but the maximum page for CV only two pages. Okay, submit 2 pages saja untuk CV, tak boleh lebih. Okay, okay, this is for fee. Okay, after you did the transfer, you transfer the money to the later I will share the banking information. Okay, please download the form 61 ni, borang charge pembayaran bagi permohonan kelulusan jawatan kuasa etika, fee charge form for application of University Ethics Committee approval. Okay, and then fill in the form. Okay, for postgraduate student only 50 ringgit. pegawai pasca siswa RM50. For undergraduate student, there is no fee, tak ada fee untuk UG. Untuk PG and postgraduate student sahaja kita ada fee. Okay. Okay, then compile together the proof of payment. Okay, so this is the tentative date for Jkeupm committee meeting 2022. You can follow accordingly. My recommendation, try to submit your form soon as possible because the review process really takes time. Sangat mengambil masa. Okay, try to submit your JKE form in your first semester for your dissertation. Kalau boleh secepat mungkin untuk JKE form ni. Okay, you can submit all necessary documents, checklist, proposal including instrument to the email jkeupm@upm.edu.my, and then please CC to your respective supervisor, and then it is compulsory, but to me you can CC to me. This is optional. Okay, kalau you ada masalah, then I can just revert according to your the email CC lah. Okay. Okay, and then form 2.1, applicant checklist, compulsory document. Form 2.3, Jkeupm application form. Form 2.4, English version, but depending on your study, the language that you use in your study. Okay, either English or Malay. Dan borang charge pembayaran bagi permohonan bukan permohonan tu, kelulusan Jkeupm, and then receive as a proof of payment. Okay, kalau you use the Jkeupm function, then you can use the code 8441 CMB. So this is the account number. Dua-dua boleh, mana-mana satu Okay, any questions so far? Cepat je. Actually, the information regarding the payment is available in the fee charge form ni. Ada kat sini. Dalam form ni dia ada indicate. Yes, this is the one.
Dr. Normi.
Yes.
Macam just now you did mention about we need to submit the Jkeupm form as soon as possible for macam first semester, macam pada kita semester pertama untuk kita punya dissertation.
Yes.
But I do believe that ramai yang ada dekat sini not yet submitted the Jkeupm punya form, since we are still waiting for our supervisor punya comments on our chapter 1, chapter 2 and chapter 3. So what is the best advice for us?
The best advice, okay, try to work as faster as possible with your supervisor. Try to text, try as any means. Try to use as any means as possible. Okay, because based on my personal experience with my students, okay, memang the process really taking some time. Memang kadang-kadang during your viva pun, during your seminar presentation pun, some of you not yet receive the feedback from the reviewer. Okay, kalau if let's say you submit early, okay, and then perhaps we can at least send few emails of reminder to the reviewer to fasten the work lah. Okay, just try to. I'm sure that your supervisor already know, but sometimes maybe because of their workload and so on. But try to consult them accordingly lah, insyaAllah. Kalau paling lambat pun, kalau boleh early of the semester in your semester 2 nanti, semester 2 for dissertation kalau boleh. Because at the end of the semester, supposedly you already completed your chapter 1 to 3. Sepatutnya untuk first semester ni, kan?
Dr. Normi,
yes.
Is it possible if our supervisor expedite the comment ataupun the review for our chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and we submitted the Jkeupm form during our semester break, adakah dia akan break juga ataupun dia tunggu next semester ataupun dia run juga during the semester break? So after this we have 3 months semester break, right?
They will proceed as usual, Elwa. Jangan risau, kami bekerja during semester break.
Okay. Thank you.
So once you ready, just submit. Okay. Tapi whatever it is, ni macam off record sikit lah So basically sometimes there will be few differences ataupun kadang-kadang recommendation that been provided by the reviewer tu tak sama dengan komen supervisor. Supervisor cakap A tapi dia ni cakap A plus sikit. Adalah so try to follow the reviewer's comment, but later on in your proposal, in your dissertation, you follow lah your supervisor. Macam tu. At least you all lepas sahaja. Ni off record lah. So this is based on my experience. For example, last time the reviewer indicated that not necessary to state the null hypothesis, but to me it is compulsory because after all, what we test in research in the research is the null hypothesis, even though it is understood. Boleh dah faham dah memang kita nak test, tapi betul ke semua orang faham? Kadang-kadang researcher reviewer kata tak payah null hypothesis, but to me it is a compulsory thing. But for the purpose of Jkeupm, you just follow the information or the recommendation by the reviewer. Okay, ada lagi soalan? Senang je ni. Dia tengok Asma, dia tengok Faiz. Hutang tak bayar. PM tepi, hutang tak bayar. Okay, ada lagi soalan? Any undergraduate student here? Ada lagi soalan nak tanya?
Dr. Nomi will share the slide with us, right?
You want the slide now? Sure, boleh, tak ada masalah. I will share the slide. Sebab slide ni baru.
Thank you.
Okay, boleh. Lagi? Ada lagi soalan? Okay, how long?
Dr. Normi, saya
Yeah.
soalan. For yang checklist consent tu, for the questionnaire and interview protocol tu, you say you kena tick version English or version Malay. Kalau dia punya questionnaire is done in dual version,
then you use the one that used in your report. If your report use Malay, then tick Malay. If the report use English, then tick English. Either one pun boleh, mana-mana.
Alright, okay, noted. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Dan tanya berapa lama doktor ambil masa? Please expect more than 1 month. Jaranglah dapat tu. Kadang-kadang 3 bulan. And then ada case yang you all dah masuk kerja pun. Dah habis dah. Dah masuk kerja. Baru dapat feedback. Ada case. But I'm sure the Jkeupm are working closely with faculty to shorten the time period, insyaAllah. Dia sedang improve the process and so on. But lately saya nampak ada yang dah dapat cepat lah, dalam sebulan tu dah dapat. Okay, cepat lah tu. Daripada sebelum ni 3 bulan tak dapat. Okay, but now it's improving lah slowly, insyaAllah. Kita bagi komen setiap semester, insyaAllah dia akan perbanyakkan, they will increase the number of reviewer. Last time we have limited number of reviewer, but now the Jkeupm are working closely with the faculty to increase the number of ethics reviewer. Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, soalan?
Doctor, what if the JKE is not approved? So,
satu semester lagi lah. No, basically most of the time they will approve. Okay, they will approve, but for the first round probably they will request for they will request for amendments lah, for based on their comment, then we entertain their comment accordingly. So far tak ada lagi lah yang dia memang betul-betul reject sampai kena tukar tajuk and so on. Ada yang dia minta tukar tajuk ataupun prosedur, but we just attend to their comment accordingly. InsyaAllah, insyaAllah dia akan approve. Based on my student pun biasanya komen dalam 2 kali, lepas tu okay dah. Twice 2 comments receive from them, and then after that after they review and then they say okay, they approve. Tak adalah dia reject terus. Dia just minta kita betulkan ikut kriteria yang ditetapkan, that's all. Jangan risau. Okay, lepas tu lagi soalan tanya, doktor, kalau even during our viva we still didn't receive our feedback, macam mana? Ni pun off record juga Okay, if let's say, supposedly, you cannot proceed your data collection until you receive the approval, the JKE approval. Itu sebenarnya prosedur dia. You all tak boleh. Tak boleh. You cannot proceed with the data collection, with actual data collection until you receive the approval, the JKE approval. But this is off record, walaupun saya record. Okay. Based on the advice that we also receive from the Deputy Dean Office, they advise they keep the advice that the student just proceed if the if the approval tu is too late for you. Because for master by coursework, okay, you only have 2 semesters, very limited time. Okay, because for quantitative, either quantitative or qualitative, you need around 1 month at least to complete your data collection. Lagi nak menulis your final report and so on. Week 11 you already need to submit your proposal, right? So you have a really time consuming. Memang time kita sangat limited. So that's why kita advise you all to just proceed kalau tak dapat, walaupun tak dapat tapi proceed. Okay, but the amendment tu we do it later lah. Lepas kita dah dapat, baru kita buat amendment balik. Okay. Okay. Tapi tu maksudnya untuk mengelakkan sebarang kesilapan tu, kalau boleh instrumen tu work closely with your supervisor. Biasanya untuk kuantitatif, so far based on my experience, tak ada banyak komen lah, tak ada komen sangat on the instrument. Okay, but qualitative, make sure you work closely with your supervisor lah regarding your interview protocol. Sebab that one subjective sikit kan. Okay. Lagi?
Dr. Rami, again, once you say about we can make the amendment later regarding the approval from the JKE. Since bila kita macam distribute for quantitative, kita ada tempoh masa. Let's say macam daripada 15 Jun hingga 30 Jun. Bila kita buat kualitatif pun the duration pun macam ada tarikh-tarikh tertentu. So is it possible for JKE to amend macam backdated the approval punya date ke, sebab kita takut nanti bila ada cross check document dia kata you dah mendahului JKE punya approval or something like that.
Itulah, ni lah off recordnya. Supposedly. Ni lah off recordnya. Itulah supposedly. Kalau if let's say if you ask them, they will say that they will highlight that you shouldn't proceed with data collection until you receive their approval. Itu sebenarnya, itulah kita punya kekangan. But for master science and PhD, for master science and PhD student, make sure you proceed after you receive the approval from Jkeupm. But for master by coursework, since the time is very limited, inilah kita punya kekangan Al-Helwa. The few semesters, and then at the faculty level, okay, the management officer and so on, kita dah bagi feedback banyak kali dah.
Perhaps we can suggest the top management or the faculty level to give us flexibility about the duration, about the time that we can collect our data.
In terms of data collection, they didn't have the actually they provide you with the flexibility for data collection, but they didn't provide you the flexibility for the submission. Submission the semester week 11. This time week 11 week 12.
Last week.
Yes. Week 12. So itu sahaja. So that's why dia secara langsungnya dia tak bagi kita flexibility lah. Dia bagi flexibility untuk bila-bila nak buat data collection. Even you can do your data collection a day before the submission, but it's not possible. Right?
It's not possible.
So itulah dia. Sebab week 12 dah kena submit. Itu sahaja untuk master by coursework. Master by thesis ni, because you have ample time, then you can plan accordingly. But for master by coursework ni yang sangat constraint sikit lah.
Okay. So I think the semester break 3 months tu macam ada setengah orang boleh kan, kalau macam get the approval, got approval dah dapat, semua can work out on semester break to make sure dia punya data collection is very good, very nice punya report nanti lah.
Betul, betul. Ada lagi soalan? Ada lagi? Ada dah
Doktor, yang untuk proposal tu doktor chapter 1 to 3 tu, kita ikutkan sekali ke dekat masa kita nak submit JKE kan? Ke kita tak perlu include juga?
Includekan apa, Asma?
Proposal.
Proposal
Chapter
1 to 3. Okay, you just copy and paste from the document and then you follow the format given. You follow their format. Copy and paste je. Ikut mana yang dia minta. Hold on Ni kita punya proposal tadi ni. Ikut mana yang dia minta sahaja. Background of the study not necessary all lah. Okay, but make sure it include one paragraph, for example, on background of the study, and then statement of problem. You can include the most significant statement of problem of your study. Okay, research question. Kalau tak ada, then you can proceed. You can state not applicable, ataupun you can buat je. Okay, then research objective and hypothesis for quantitative researcher not applicable lah. Research hypothesis ni biasanya untuk kuali pun kita tak ada research objective, dia ada RQ. Okay. And then literature review, conceptual framework or research framework. This one referring to conceptual framework. They use the word concept, but at our faculty we use research framework. Mana-mana pun boleh ini follow the format. Tapi kita dah ada dah. Okay, lagi? Ada clear kan? Senang bagi briefing kat orang pandai-pandai ni. Okay, dah.
Dah doktor, faham. Terima kasih.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I wish everyone good luck, all the best. Okay, then insyaAllah kita jumpa lagi next year. Okay, so Assalamualaikum. Take care guys.
Waalaikumsalam, terima kasih.
Waalaikumsalam doktor, terima kasih.